It's time for another reading update, guys. So, hey, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. And Robin and I are doing our collaborations today, so I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to go check hers out as soon as I'm done here. And let's kind of do something sort of different today. First of all, I wanted to show you, of course, you guys know the last day of my planner-thon, I made this fall reading list. I'm so excited by it. I can't wait to get started. I have Key of Light on hold. It should be delivered within the next week or so. So I'm really looking forward to that. In the meantime, I'm trying to finish up my other Lisa Gardner books, which takes me to my next topic. You can see my September list. I actually ended up reading 8 books. I completely binged all of her books. So I finished the Detective D.D. Warren series. I finished the Tessa Leone series, and I also now started the Frankie Elkin series, which leaves me, I think, with the FBI Profiler series and her standalone books. So I'm like blowing through these guys, and the majority of them are 5 stars for me. They're that good. So, favorites. Well, the last D.D. Warren series book, oh my God. You guys, it was so good. I have no words. But also the first in the Frankie Elkin series, I really enjoyed. So these, I could not sincerely make up my mind for a favorite. So I decided to put them both. I try to just narrow it down to 1 per month, but you know, sometimes you just can't do that. It's just not possible. So we're going to do both. And that's you know, hey, it's my planner, right? So if I could just get the backing off this other book, we will be good. By the way, I will also put the link down below for the removable sticker paper. I did add it in the description box for my fall reading list because I did have a couple questions on it and I wanted to make sure I added that. So Kim, it is in that description and I will put it down below here as well. I think that's good. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I did 5 on the tablet, 3 were print, 8 total. Pages were 2936. Now, what I'm actually going to do right now is pull this out because we're going to put this in for October. So we'll get back to that in just a minute. And I'm also going to pull out, oh, I already put it in October. That's right. So here is my calendar. I ended up loaning a total of 9 books. Everything is on here. You guys, I DNF'd Airfire. We'll discuss that in a minute. I did buy 1 book from Book of the Month. I got Sleep Tight, and I'm thinking that's going to be the scary book I end up reading for my October scary read. So I think that might do it. So this is all set. So we are going to take September now and move it to the back where it belongs. Because that is done. And oh, by the way, so here's my list, my Libby list, 9 books, and then library. When you see me before she disappeared. Oh, there's 2 more. I forgot to write the other Frankie Elkin books, which I do currently have. I'll have to update that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. So for October, what we're going to do, of course, is leave my protective cover here, and we are going to put back in my fall reads. They're going to go here now. So I'm so excited. This, you guys, this couldn't have turned out any better. It was just a random idea, and I honestly wasn't sure how well it was going to turn out, and I'm so thrilled with it. Every time I look at it, I just fall in love with it a little bit more. I sincerely, and Robin and I were actually chatting about it this morning, literally. In fact, not even just a few moments ago. Her and I are thinking about possibly doing these seasonally. So yeah, I definitely, I think I want to do them seasonally. We're discussing possibly doing a winter one together. So we'll see how that goes. But I absolutely, I'm enamored with that. Okay, so enough about that. So One Step Too Far is what I'm currently reading. Today is actually the 1st. So I was not able to finish it in September. Totally fine. I will probably have it done here within the next couple of days and then move on to Still See You Everywhere, which is the last of the Frankie Elkin series for now. To my understanding, there will be more, but they're not out yet. So my page finder's in here. We have everything where it needs to be. Now, my Goodreads goal is updated. You guys, I'm up to 55. So I didn't even realize that last month I reached my goal for the year. Didn't even realize it. Should have thrown myself a party. I didn't. So, yay me. In any case, I'm at 55 and I really hope to make it to 70. Because now that I've made it to 55 and the original goal was 52, I would love to make it to 70 or 72. We'll see how things go. December's usually a hard month for me to read a lot. However, what I've been doing is reading at night. So a lot of times, like, I'll read first thing in the morning when I get up and I have some tea, and then I'll read before I go to bed. So, you know, if I can continue that, I should definitely reach that. I might even reach the 75. And I just literally put them there to have them on the other page. I wasn't sure I was even going to make it into there. So I'm very excited. I'm very pleased with that. September, 8 books, 2936, all updated. I cannot believe we only have 3 months left to the year. Let me just throw that in now. So I added a favorite character. Frankie Elkin is now here. I absolutely love this. Kimberly Quincy will be making a reappearance with her husband, Pierce, I believe, in the FBI series. So I'm excited. I have a feeling, I like Lisa Gardner's characters. I have a feeling there's going to be more added. So favorite quotes I have updated. So I got through Blood Fever, the Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder, and I got my quote from Hyde. So those are my favorite quotes there. Excuse me. We will see if I go ahead and continue this into next year. I kind of enjoy it, but I used to do it on a monthly basis. In my 2019 flip through, it actually shows that in there. And if you guys want me to do a new flip through on that, because I even have new thoughts, if you're interested in that, let me know down below. I will be happy to do another flip through and discuss things with you, because I'm seriously considering taking notes on the things I really enjoyed from that planner and the ones I really enjoy from this in order to build, you know, continue building the 2025. So we'll see how that goes. But those are updated for now. First lines are updated as well. So look at how far I am with this. Oh, I'm finally using all my beautiful pages. That's exciting. So I really enjoy this as well, guys. You know, it's so much fun to create these different pages. Nothing's changed on the TBR. However, I did look up these book covers from Harmony Reigns, Dragons Don't Do Happy Holidays and Jingle Bells and Dragon Spells, because I'm already starting to build my winter list. Just so we know. Okay, so authors read, nothing changed there. Everything is the same. My 5-star reads have been updated. So you can see here, before she disappeared, that was the last one I read and completed. And I gotta look at, it's all Lisa Gardner. I am in love with her books. You guys, I can't recommend them enough. If you enjoy thrillers, and I love a good thriller, especially, you know, if I can't figure it out by 3/4 of the way in, you know, like with her books, I might have an idea, but I'm usually off in some way or form. She always throws a crazy twist in there that's just mind-blowing. So I absolutely love her books. And obviously you can see my 5-star list is pretty much all Lisa Gardner. I hope I have enough room, because now I have room for one book here and then this is all I have left. So maybe I need to stop the Lisa Gardner books for the rest of the year. DNF Graveyard, guys. Okay, so we already knew about the other ones. Wanton Terror, I finally gave up for this year. I love the Vivian Chen books. I have not had a real opportunity to dig into if I can get them on audio. I did get a tip, after I wrote this in here, I did get a tip from one of my library ladies. There is a couple other sources for like online reads. So I'm going to see if I can find it there. We'll see how it goes. You know, if I have to find them in large print or get them on the tablet and they're not audiobooks, I might delve into that next year. I just, you know, it's so fresh in my memory how much I loved her audiobooks, because the woman who did the voice was just wonderful. She was a wonderful narrator. Airfire, you guys, this is a discussion all in itself. I loved Crown of Midnight. Crown of Midnight, I zipped through, couldn't wait to get to Airfire. And I just can't get into Airfire. So I don't know if it's the mindset, because I'm so into my thrillers and kind of like the cozies right now. I don't know if that's it. And I'm kind of like putting fantasy to the back burner. I will try Airfire again next year. But I think for this year, yeah, that's where it's going to stay. Makes me really sad, actually. But that's where it's going to stay. I'm not going to worry about this right now. The other thing I do want to discuss with you guys is series. So as it stands, I mean, the Imperium I finished up into the new one comes out in January. So for this year, that's done. King and Maxwell was finished. Throne of Glass, I'm going to stop for now. The Noodle Shop Mysteries, I'm stopping for now. Atlee Pine, I have not done a DNF on, but I didn't start the third book yet. I don't know if I'll finish that yet this year or if it'll be next year. ACOTAR, I do still want to try, so I don't know if that'll be this year or not. I believe I do have the first in the series, so I think I do have A Court of Thorns and Roses. I will double check my shelf. The Fever series, I have yet to get to book number 3. However, of course, the Highlander one was finished. I did get 2 done here in the Secret Book and Scone Society. I am looking forward to getting the others. Three Sisters Island is the other trilogy I love from Nora Roberts. Again, about 3 sister witches. The girls here are friends, and they're not what I would consider witches, but there's a very mystical, magical, I mean, you know, good versus evil in Key Trilogy. It's amazing. That's the one I always, like I said, I always read that in the fall. It's part of my fall reads. I cannot wait to get that started. As soon as I get that, I know I'm going to zip through all 3 of those. Three Sisters Island, I have to locate if it is on tablet or if I can get them in large print from the library. Because again, both of these series I have in paperbacks, but they're so worn out, guys, and the print is so small, it's just really hard for me to read. Charmed Pie Shop. I actually found some of these on audio through Libby, so I'm looking forward to getting into these. If I don't get into them this year, they will fall to next year. Same through A Rip in Time. I actually have the first one, so that will be part of my physical TBR list, but we'll go from there. Women's Murder Club, of course, I did DNF the 8th book, but I probably will eventually go back to those. I loved the first 7, but by the time you get to 8, it's kind of the same sort of storyline being done over and over. So we'll see about that. You know, if I finish it, great. If not, you know, it is what it is. Dee Warren, done. And here's the great part. I can't even wait to add like the Frankie Elkin series and the Tessa Leone series because those were all done this year. So when I do my completed series list for this year, there's actually going to be quite a bit. I probably will not be using this. However, I am going to keep it, obviously. This was the tandem read list I made up. Once I do go back and push through Air of Fire, probably next year, I will eventually be needing this. So I will save this in here. It will not go anywhere. I can always just, you know, pop it in the next reading journal whenever I need it. This section here, I want to discuss this for a second before we get into today's project. Here is where the recipes are going to go. I actually placed an order for one of the Happy Planner recipe books because the ones I have are older, and to be honest, I kind of like the newer layouts. It'll be easier for me to do with the book reads because I want to have the new ones have like the recipe is on the right side, and then on the back, when you flip the page, it's a blank note page. So I can have it together as a facing section, put the book cover in there, maybe put favorite quotes from the book as well as the recipe. So I kind of can make that a little bit more decorative and make that a really fun section. So we're going to push that until I am able to get that recipe book. I think it was called Sweets and, I don't know, Desserts and Sweets or Baking and Sweets or something. But yeah, I recently ordered that. It is on the way. Now, what am I going to do for today? Well, let's get into that. You'll see a piece of paper here with some dashes along the side. I decided I was so enamored with my fall reads, I decided to make sort of like a matching up next list. Some of these books will be included, of course, but what I'm going to do is I always like to keep an up next so like I know where I need to go with the series. And so let me grab my Robin scripts because I'm going to need those. So let's see, where is my up next? Oh, in the back. Here we go, up next. So that's what we're gonna do here. And I think literally, I'm just going to, ooh, I gotta grab my tweezers. I got them out, but they were too far away. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my up next, and I literally think all I'm gonna do is pop that up here. Because along this whole side, I'm going to put book covers, kind of like I did with my list. And then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and cut the edges off. And then as I'm writing things down, going through books, that's how it's going to end up being. If you guys do hear a little bit of noise, I have the windows open. I hope it's not too distracting, but it's such a gorgeous day. I hate to not have the windows open. All right, so this is the first one I have to finish. Actually, I kind of want to... There we go. All right. So these are the last two in the Frankie Elkin series for now. One Step Too Far is the one I'm reading now. I think I'm only a few chapters in, but it's really good. Really, really good. Okay, and then Still See You Everywhere is the next one. And then I get into my Nora Roberts Key trilogy. So excited. If you, like I said, when I was doing the fall reads, if you guys haven't read this and you're into the mystical, magical battles between good and evil and all that, you would love this. Amazing book. Or I should say amazing books. They, obviously, trilogy. You know, and I love Nora Roberts trilogies when it comes to, like, the mystical realm. She does a really good job on those. And I'm sure I'll be reading more of them next year. I should say rereading, because to be honest, I've read a good many of them already. Let's see if I can get this off. There we go. And let's actually lift this up a little bit. There we go. But I figure this is going to be a fun way to literally just open up to where I have it marked in my calendar and mark them off as I read them. You know, because I don't want to mark on my fall list that I made up. I don't want to do any marking off on here. This is literally just, you know, it's going to probably stay in here because I'll make one for every season. I am enjoying this so much. So, all right, now I should be able to fit a couple more here, I think. Yeah, okay. Let's move the other ones off to the side for a minute. And the great thing is, you know, the pictures are here, so it's going to be easy for me to look at. But again, as I write them off, I can create a checklist. So like when I finish one, I can write down the next ones that are coming up, you know. I just feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, I think I'm going to put this one underneath the Leslie Meyer one, since Halloween is sort of like more of the focus with the fall reads. Let me move this one. Actually, I'm going to move both of these up a little bit. Let's move this one up a little bit too. And if I had to pick one, honestly, out of this trilogy, that's tough because they're all really good, but I would have to say Key of Knowledge is probably my favorite. Here we go. All right, that looks pretty straight. I mean, it does kind of go off a little bit, doesn't it? Let's move this over a little bit. It's a nice thing about removable sticker paper. I say it all the time. There we go. And if there's a little bit of white space, that's fine too. All right, let's go ahead and take my paper trimmer and let me see if I can trim this off. Actually, let's cut off the edges on the top and bottom first. Okay. Okay, so those are all off. All right, now let's see if we can get this cut. Thinking right about there maybe. Holy cow, that worked out way better than I thought it would. Yay. All right, that works. Let's move the trimmer. We don't need that now. That is super fun. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited with that. Now, what I'm probably gonna do is save these for the back. And once I've pushed through the front, we'll see, because I might even add a few of these, you know, sort of at the bottom. And actually, maybe we do that now. Let's see. Will we fit a few of these? Let's do a couple of these along the edges, shall we? That's not a bad idea. And actually, I have an even better idea. Hang on a second. Let's move my script and use the books as part of the decoration. Now we're thinking. Now we're thinking. Okay, hang on. There we go. So let's maybe do one here. Okay, now let's see. Maybe we do, oh yes. Or here, maybe here. I like that. Okay. Now, maybe let's pop a couple more in the bottom corner here. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. Okay. Okay, there's one. The small ones give me such a hard time. Actually, we could put this one straight. I don't have any of them straight on here. All right, and last one. Let's actually maybe pick this one up a little. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it. All right, let's cut these off. And oh my gosh, I love that. So now what I'm actually going to do, just to show you how I plan on working it. So one step too far is the one I'm actually reading now, but the next one will be Still See You Everywhere. So Then the book I'm going to start after that is The Key of Light. So as I go through and I finish a book, you know, I can then write whichever ones come up next. So, because it's going to depend on, you know, how I can get them from either Libby or the library. So I love that. So now this actually matches this. Kind of fun. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it in this section so that when I open, I can immediately go right to it. So that's going to be my up next list. I'm super excited for that. One last thing I wanted to show you today is I have started a list for the Leslie Meyer books that are for the character Lucy Stone. So I've noticed her first book is actually Mistletoe Murder. So this is going to be making the winter list, just to give you guys a heads up. So I'm super excited for that. And I'd love to read through these so that I can read Star Spangled Murder for 4th of July, because I think that would just be so much fun. So we'll see if those go as well as I think they're going to, because I did like a couple of the short stories I read from her. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So in any case, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Go check out Robin's, by the way, because my friend works really hard on hers as well. I actually can't wait to see what she's read, so let's see how that goes. In any case, guys, all the information will be linked down below. Robin's video, her YouTube channel, as well as her Etsy shop, which is where I got the scripts for this. And as you guys know, I like to keep them in this great little book. So I will link all of that down below, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.